How often do we mistake emotional hunger for physical desire? Can this lead to sex addiction? These questions may seem perplexing, but they're crucial to understanding the enigma that is sex addiction. Sex addiction, as we understand it, isn't merely about uncontrolled physical desires. Rather, it often stems from a deeper emotional void, an unfulfilled need that we attempt to satiate through physical intimacy. Society's views on sex and addiction further complicate our understanding of this issue. The usual narratives either demonize or trivialize sex addiction, leaving little room for empathy or understanding. But it's time we looked beyond these narratives and recognized sex addiction for what it truly is, a complex psychological struggle that deserves our attention and compassion. So let's delve deeper into the fascinating psychology of sex addiction. It's an exploration that may challenge our assumptions, but one that will certainly enlighten us about the human psyche and its intricate workings. Sex addiction is not merely about sex. It's about trying to fill an emotional void. So let's delve deeper into the psychology behind sex addiction. Often it's a symptom of other emotional issues, not the problem itself. Picture this: an individual grappling with feelings of loneliness, anxiety, or depression. They feel an overwhelming emotional hunger, a void that seems insurmountable. This is where sex can become a coping mechanism, a means of escape. The term emotional hunger is essentially a craving for emotional fulfillment. It's a deep-seated yearning for connection, validation, and a sense of worth. When these needs are unmet, it can manifest as an insatiable desire. Now imagine if that desire is channeled into sexual activity. It's not difficult to see how this can spiral into an addiction. But why sex? Well, sex can provide a temporary high, a fleeting sense of connection and intimacy. It can temporarily soothe feelings of loneliness and self-doubt. It's a way of self-medicating, of numbing the pain of unresolved emotional issues. But like any addiction, it's a band-aid solution, a quick fix that doesn't address the root cause of the problem. By understanding this, we can begin to see sex addiction in a different light. Rather than simply a craving for sex, it's an attempt to escape from deeper emotional issues. It's a cry for help that often goes unheard, a desperate attempt to fill a void that seems unfillable. Understanding the root cause helps us to see sex addiction in a new light, as an attempt to escape from deeper emotional issues. Escapism is a coping mechanism, but when does it become harmful? Escapism is an intriguing concept, a psychological escape hatch that offers us a temporary reprieve from the trials and tribulations of daily life. It's like a pressure valve, helping us release stress and navigate through challenging emotions. But here's the twist. Escapism can turn sinister. When used excessively, it can lead to addiction, a prison of the mind that's far more confining than any physical cage. Let's take sex, for instance. As a form of escapism, it can provide a short-lived sanctuary from emotional discomfort or pain. The surge of endorphins, the sense of closeness, the thrill, it can all serve as a potent distraction from our troubles. But when we start to rely on this escape excessively, it can spiral into an addiction. The key is to recognize when escapism is leading to unhealthy behaviors and seek help. So what have we learned about sex addiction and escapism? Well, we've discovered that sex addiction is deeply rooted in psychological aspects, often serving as an escape route from life's problems. It's not merely about physical desire, but a complex interplay of emotional factors. Escapism plays a significant role in fueling these addictions, masking our deeper issues instead of addressing them. Remember, understanding is the first step towards healing. If you or someone you know is struggling with sex addiction, seek professional help.